7 Habits of Highly Successful People. Our behavior is a result of our habits. A study reveals that we spend 1 out of every 2 minutes doing something of which we're not aware. Around 40% of our behavior is accounted for by habits. Self-made billionaires have a set of guidelines which they follow. They practice discipline. They develop routines. They follow their rituals. And most importantly, they stick with it. So let's have a look at some of their habits. 1. Start early. The early bird catches the worm, practically and theoretically. Waking up early is the key. It helps you produce an extra hour in your daily routine where you can do things you generally omit, such as meditation or exercise, or maybe reading a newspaper. If you're a workaholic, operating 10 to 12 hours a day, you may think that it's wise to wake up at around 8 o'clock, hit the workplace by 10 a.m., and leave for home by 9 p.m. But that's the crux between you and successful people, or shall we say billionaires. A study reveals that 50% of the world billionaires wake up at least 3 hours before heading to the office. This extra time gives them the leverage to perform extracurricular activities, which helps them in boosting their confidence, innovating ideas, and refreshing their mind. It's no big surprise that many of these billionaires wake up way before 6 a.m. Now, theoretically, also, it's important to start early. If you think of becoming successful, you've got to start the next second. You can't wait for the perfect time to emerge and hand you success. Believe me, it'll never come. You'll just be dreaming about your purple patch. No wonder many renowned CEOs are under 40. 2. Exercise. Now that we've talked about waking up early to produce that extra hour, many of these billionaires utilize this time to exercise. In our previous video, The $1 Billion Morning Habits, we mentioned billionaires taking out an hour or so from their overoccupied schedule for exercise. From Mark Zuckerberg to Mukesh Ambani, every billionaire understands the importance of exercise. Apart from the physical benefits, it also maintains stability in your mind, which can be useful in making difficult decisions. Most of our billionaires don't smoke nor encounter bad habits, for they know it's important to live and live longer. Of course, that goes with healthy diets. Someone like Bill Gates, who we generally find in the top 5 wealthiest persons, also hits the gym daily at an age above 60. Now, we leave it up to you whether to pursue it or not. Remember, hitting a gym is not mandatory. A regular physical activity which helps stretching your bones and muscles can be a fair deal. 3. Reading. The journey of a leader is always dissected on 2 parallel lines. First, you get inspired by people making millions, and then you inspire people by making millions. Recollect the words of Harry Truman, "Not all readers are leaders, but all leaders are readers." Billionaires around the world have one thing in common, and it's reading. A caliber of Mark Zuckerberg completes a book in 2 weeks, while that of Elon Musk takes only 1 to suppress it. And it's better we don't talk of Warren Buffett, who spends around 80% of his time in reading with a disgusting pile of binders, staying always by his chair. In his earlier days, it was said he used to read 600 pages a day, something that at least inspires me. You can read anything. It's not compulsory to read only business books. It can be biographies, fictional, industry magazines, or national dailies. I repeat, anything. Reading expands your knowledge beyond imagination and enhances your thinking capabilities. 4. Contemplation. One thing common in the billionaires' habits is contemplation. They contemplate a lot. Spending a lonely time, disoriented in peace, helps revolving thoughts around our minds. Many visionary thoughts emerge by means of meditation. People will always judge you on your physical appearance, and as a result, physical exercise became one of the prominent factors in many. But of late, the urge for a mental exercise has emerged, which helps to deal with stress and also improves memory, along with boosting our immune system. Billionaires have a lot of stress to deal with, and meditation seems to be the perfect therapy through which one can overcome it. The plus point is time. You don't need to be alone shelling a full-fledged hour. Even a 10-minute peacetime can do wonders in the long run, if not immediate. 5. Simplicity. The show-off business confines itself to the big-screen celebrities. Billionaires live a simple life. They often spend in the future, something which eyes profit, for example, a bankable deal. A billionaire spends only a fraction of his wealth on luxury and unwanted things. Instead, he looks for an opportunity to expand his reign. The art of spending is as important as the art of earning. Some of the examples of billionaires' simplicity are as follows. Bill Gates still tends to wash his plates after dinner. The likes of Jeff Bezos, the richest person on earth, and Elon Musk personally drop their kids to school. Warren Buffett lives in a $31,500 house, which he purchased decades ago. Frugality can be imagined from their clothes, too. For example, Mark Zuckerberg, who can always be seen in a simple gray t-shirt, and Mukesh Ambani, who wears the same white shirt and dark trousers. The people we're talking about here are multi-billionaires running multinational companies, earning millions every day, but still refrain from spending in undesirable outcomes. That's simplicity. It's not important how people approach you. It's important how you approach people. 6. Learning. Self-made billionaires are lifelong learners. It's an art. No matter what you achieve and how successful you become, the learning process should never end. It's a slow and lifelong process. You have to learn a lot in order to lead, in order to become successful. There are billionaires like Elon Musk who don't fear failure. In fact, they welcome it with both hands for a belief which suggests failures help you to learn. It helps you to rectify yourself and come back even stronger. Earlier, we discussed the importance of reading a book, but simply reading a book isn't sufficient. You have to read, understand, learn, and implement it in your personal and professional life. That's what billionaires do. That's where you utilize the optimum resources. Warren Buffett says whatever he reads, he learns from it. It helps in maximizing his knowledge, and the knowledge stacks up like compound interest. Billionaires keep their minds open, ready to welcome everything coming their way, may it be a suggestion, a solution, or a life-learning lesson. 7. Never give up. Billionaires never give up. It's a habit for many of them. The word impossible isn't listed in their dictionary. That attitude is important if you're a big person or want to become one. Even after repeated failures for his rockets, Elon Musk still hopes to send millions of people to Mars. His initial ideas were rejected by many, but he never gave up. In fact, he tries even harder day by day and year by year. The start of the 21st century saw a very harsh time for Amazon. Many even thought that the company wouldn't survive, but Jeff Bezos never gave up, and today, Amazon stands as the world's largest e-commerce company, ruling the global market. The inspiring stories of billionaires are countless. What motivates them is the confidence and the attitude to never give up. If the destination is clear, choosing a path is not a big deal. Well, we know it's easier said than done, but we need to act, change, transform, and deliver. These billionaires' habits have made many people change their lives. One of the wisest people on the planet, Warren Buffett, said, "The chains of habit are too light to be felt until they're too heavy to be broken." If you want to adopt or change any of the habits, remember the 21-90 rule, which states that it takes only 21 good days to make a habit. And if you're truly committed, continue it for 90 days and you permanently apply it in your lifestyle. So which out of these 7 billionaire habits have you conquered and aligned with? Which out of these 7 billionaire habits do you wish to tackle? Do let us know in the comments section below. Don't forget to support this channel by giving this video a thumbs up, by hitting the bell icon, and by subscribing to this channel.